Welcome to Loopbreakers, the series where we spotlight Fortnite most creative minds and uncover the story behind the screen. Today we're jumping in with a creator who redefines the game every time he drops. You might know him as MATTYNOMATS, the guy who racks up victory royales without building a single wall. But that's just a start. Matty turns enemies into allies, chaos into content, and every clip into a cinematic masterpiece. A true artist in replay mode and a storyteller in every storm. This is a story of how Matty broke the loop without ever laying down a single mat. How's it going, Matty?
Fantastic, man. Thank you for having me.
Nice. Where are we dropping?
Let's drop over by the river.
All right, Matty. To start it out, we're gonna start with why Fortnite.
Okay.
What made you come into the game? What keeps you coming back?
Because there's no game like it. If I had to be 100% honest, Fortnite is Fortnite. There won't be a game that's better. It has everything you need.
Do you have any memories of the first match that you played? Maybe like a big moment that hooked you up, that was like, okay, this is it. I'm not that I'm not gonna play other games, but I'm gonna focus a lot into this one.
I'd have to say it was when I had mats. Let me clear that up too. I have placed a map before. It was, I want to say, Chapter 1 around Season 8 when I wasn't able to place a mat anymore. It's my kid's birthday. I gave them my console. I switched to PC, and for the love of everything, keybinds wouldn't work. I had my cousins come over, my nephews come over, and they're like, it's broken. We don't know what's wrong. And so from then on out, I just kept playing the game without mats.
How did playing turn into creating? When did that happen?
I've always had a passion for like the creative aspect, like seeing from a different perspective. I always like seeing, I don't know how to describe it, outside of your body and seeing what's going on as far as like cinematically. And Fortnite allows that. It's like there's no game that gives you more controllability as far as cinematics than this game.
We're gonna move away a little bit of the seriousness and we're gonna go with 10 quick fire questions, all right? Don't think about it too hard. We're gonna be quick and we're gonna hit this running. If your account got wiped and you could keep just one skin, which one are you saving?
That's a 50-50. It'd either be Widow, because it's like my main. I've had her forever. The double M's on the back, you know, MATTYNOMATS.
You've got one last match to prove your legacy. What's your go-to loadout?
That's an easy one. It's always going to be Mammoth, Grappler, Shockwaves, Hammer, and then a Spaz.
You have to live on one Fortnite POI, no matter what chapter and season. Which one are you setting camp on?
It might not be the best. Somebody might disagree, but I want good vibes all the time, so I'm probably going to have to pick the Rave Cave.
Alright, next question. You get to vault one item forever and unvault one forever. Which one are you vaulting and which one are you taking out?
What needs to stay forever is the Mammoth pistol.
Alright.
That's like, I know it's simple, hit scan, but like it's the cherry on top. It's so satisfying every time. And vault something forever, probably, what was a nuisance? I don't want to think too hard into this question. Maybe one-shot snipers, I guess, from across the map. That's always like a jump scare, you know? You're doing your thing and then, whoop, gone.
The next battle pass is designed by you, but you can only include one crossover. Which universe are you bringing into Fortnite?
All right, so if I had to pick the crossover, it would have to be Back to the Future, the DeLorean, Doc, Marty, everything.
You're just being hired to design the ultimate Fortnite weapon. What is it called and what does it do?
I've been thinking about this for a long time. It needs to be in builds, or maybe even in zero builds, but the ability to deactivate someone's mats. You shoot them with a laser, or maybe it's a grenade, and it creates a bubble that just turns off like an EMP. Turns off the ability to build for a short period of time. Just completely off. Or, say you're in builds and you get it, you throw the bubble down, then all of a sudden you're going to full box somebody in zero builds out of nowhere. Like, I feel like that'd be such a cool twist. It would tie both zero and builds together instead of having such a split community.
If you had to build your perfect squad, one real Fortnite player and 2 fictional characters from the Fortnite universe. Who's dropping in with you?
First, and always first, is going to be my wife, Metalcore Melody. Win or lose, there's nobody else I'd rather drop in with. And then 2 Fortnite characters. It'd have to be the Black Widow, my main skin. One of my first purchases, the double M's on the back. And then the Field Surgeon. Field Surgeon holds a very, very special place in my heart. It keeps me in a positive mindset in dark times. It's more than just a skin.
You wake up tomorrow, a Fortnite NPC. What is your location, and what items are you selling?
I'm selling items or an ability?
Up to you. If you want to come up with something, that sounds great too.
It would be an NPC that would follow you around. It would have to be a trade-off NPC. It would be, say the NPC follows you around. If the NPC dies, he's gone. But as long as he's alive and somebody on your team gets knocked, full finished, you could then offer your NPC as an offering to bring back your teammate. So he's there to be kind of like a guardian angel in a way.
You can only play one style for a whole month. Are you going builds or no builds?
Builds. 100% builds. That's Fortnite at its core.
You get one emote to express your entire Fortnite personality. What are you locking in?
Love, man.
Oh man, that's big.
I didn't mean to cut you off.
I love how you stopped already. I knew you were going for it.
I was genuine. You know what I mean?
Before we move to the next segment, don't forget to like the video, drop a comment, and tell me who you would like to see next on Loopbreakers. I'm gonna try my best to get them into the show, but ultimately it's up to them to join. Alright, Matty, now going back to you, there is something I want to show you. So how about we exit here and we go somewhere else? Are you cool with that?
Let's go.
Okay, I scouted your channel, and at least I'm talking on TikTok, right? I found a video that you made. It seems to be like the first one that you had, and I really thought it's a really cool concept. I think you were doing something related to like calling your moms if the person lost. Can you explain something about that? Can you like give some insight?
Yeah, I used to do. I mean, I still do it. Just I don't do it on stream. I 1v1 build players with no mats, and the loser has to call their mom. If I were to lose, I call my mom and tell her I'm like trash at the game. She always gets a laugh at it. But if the other person lose, they have to call their mom and just tell her that I love you, mom. Just make her day.
Alright, Mari, another video that I saw very early on, it felt like it was a turning point on you starting doing friendly videos. Basically, you were playing and somebody was just, trying to be friendly at the end of the game. You kind of cracked him up, so I would have done the same. What has changed since then until now? Visually, you know what I mean? Like, what do you feel you have grown as a creator?
I mean, I've always been about like, people laugh at my motto, but I've always been about less sweat and more respect. And if someone just gives up in the game, or if they're, asking for mercy, just why not? It's just a game. Like, at the end of the day, somebody else is behind the controller, and you don't know what they're going through. So.
Are there any videos that you have, Mari, that people should check out? What is like that content that you're super proud of it? I'm actually, you know what? Don't answer that. You send them to me. While we're doing this, I'm gonna have them listed here on the side. I'm gonna put links on the description of the video so you guys can check out what Mari considers to be his best work. My favorite video that you have made is the one where you have like I don't know what you did, but you made it sound as if the car had like a police radio. That's one of my favorite scenes.
Oh, where I saved the person in a bush.
Yes. And the other favorite one that I have from your early on videos that I saw was one where it was a really cool play where you were being followed by a team and you jumped through the hoop that gave you nitro, then you turn around, pick up the pickaxe and got them down. That was pretty cool to see.
Yeah, that was pretty cool. You could check the record somehow, but I'm pretty sure I have the record for the most wins in Battle Royale with no mats. There is one video that if I could recommend, it's the one where it says changed my life on the cover. I might get a little emotional right here. So, I mean, I still struggle with this from time to time, but I was in the darkest, deepest depression I've been in a long time. I was out of work, super back injury. I felt like nothing. I mean, absolutely nothing. And then I was just playing Fortnite. Everyone plays Fortnite. And then a random friendly just decided, just out of the blue, I was just being sweaty, and he was just like standing there swinging his pickaxe and just offered a hug, and I was like, wait, what the? And it just shifted everything. And from that little moment, that small act of kindness, and now every single day I'm trying to pay it forward, because you don't know what's going on past the controller. You really don't. Past the keyboard, you know what I mean. So if I could be a little bit of light in someone's dark world, then everything will be worth it. That's like the whole goal. It's not being a character, it's not playing a role, it's helping somebody, genuinely helping somebody.
Any music that you're into, any movies you like, TV shows you enjoy, any hobbies do you have that you want your community to know about?
I used to be in a band. I used to sing, scream, metal music, that kind of stuff. I'm very creative. For a guy that can't build and has no mats, I could probably make anything. Multiple clubhouses for my kids. I did a full brick backdrop for my stream setup that looks exactly like a one-to-one from Fortnite. I love building stuff. I love creating, ironically, and I can't build in Fortnite.
All right, Matty, we made it to the end. This is the final circle. One last set of questions for you. And I want to start it with, what do you want people to feel when they watch your videos?
If there's one thing, it's that I guess the healing doesn't have to be loud to be powerful. I play the game differently, not just because of, my settings, but it's like the moments of kindness, the connection, the hope, friendlies I meet along the way. Some of them message me and say that I've helped them through tough times.
I want to ask you, do you want to give any shout outs in your community? Anything like that?
If I had to give one message, if I were to simplify it forever, it would be less sweat, more respect.
Hey, Matty, thank you for being here, brother. I really appreciate it. It was amazing. It was the first one. I'm really proud and honored to have you here. Go check out MATTYNOMATS. His content is amazing. Follow, check out what he does. And if you want to see anybody here on this show, let me know. I'll try to get them. Remember, it's up to them to show up and do it. So maybe just bug them a little bit and tell them about what we're doing here.